was today's practice?
It was fine going into we were spirited. We were having a really good practice. And then the lightning hit, and we had to go in for 45 minutes or so, and then came out to try to restart. And it wasn't quite the same intensity, but more so wasn't quite the same paying attention to detail. So, we had to kind of get after them a little bit to go. But towards the end, you saw once we got them together and made them refocus, that we ended up in the team well. So, we've got to quit acting like it's the dog days of camp and just realize that we're going to take care of them. And everybody in America is going to be tired and sore and beat up. The only time you feel good in football is that very first day you report. From then on, for the next 4 or 5 years, you're going to feel bad. And they got to quit feeling sorry for themselves and go out and keep pushing through.
It seemed like you referenced yesterday that the quarterbacks weren't having a very good day. It seemed like it was another day where they may not have been up to your standard.
Well, again, there was in segments, but we had thrown some new things in. If you notice, we do everything situational, and we moved to the red zone and do some new things in the red zone. So they weren't quite clear on a lot of things. So we'll coach it off the film and get them going.
So Kaplan and King are going to compete at right tackle, you said, right?
Oh, yeah, well, so will Brandon Pertile and whoever else we have on the depth chart. Everybody's competing for everything. I can't sit here and say that, anybody's earned anything yet.
Right.
No gimmies in this camp.
But Kaplan also has the potential to play guard
if
needed.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he does.
Can you talk about one of the issues last year that the team had was the turnover margin? Can you just talk about the importance of creating turnovers and how maybe the offense or the defense works?
Go through and look at all the teams that play in bowl games and all the teams that win conference championships. Their turnover, they're in the plus. And you turn the ball over. You create turnovers and you don't turn it over, the odds are you're going to win. If you got possession of the ball and they don't, odds are you're gonna have a chance to win football games in the fourth quarter. So we preach it every day. It's a huge thing. If you just cut down on turnovers and you create some and you play really solid in special teams, you got a chance to win games in the fourth quarter. So that's going to sound like a broken record to you guys.
But how does your offense? How is it geared to taking care of the ball, and how does the defense geared toward creating?
Well, we work on creating turnovers every day on defense. We do strip drills, strip recovery, interception drills. We do all we can to try to create turnovers. And a lot of that has to do with putting pressure on them and forcing throws or tipping balls at the line or whatever it is, stripping guys that are carrying it. The other thing offensively is just making them understand the importance of holding on to it, whether it's doing a red zone drill and having a chance to make a decision whether you're going to throw the ball away or force a throw when we've already got an automatic 3 points with our kicker. So, you got to get it into their head as a mindset to take care of the football and protect it and make the right decision.
Here with senior linebacker Robert Ferguson, number 10. Robert, as you go into your senior season, you're probably looked upon as one of the leaders of this defense. How do you take on that role?
Well, I take on a role by just being a team player, encouraging guys to gel together as a team, and also myself as well, is to lead by example and just everybody gel together and come together as one.
How is that process going?
So far, we're coming together pretty good as far as the defense and the offense, and as a team as one.
What have you seen from, obviously working in some freshmen and so forth? What have you seen from the defense as a whole?
Well, our defense, we are gelling together. We are listening to the coaches, taking heed to what they say, and basically just getting the job done.
How do the linebackers fit within this scheme? What is y'all's responsibilities?
Our responsibility is playing the run, make sure we play the run, and then play pass next. And then we make the calls and we follow through.
Is it a complicated defense?
Not too complicated, but it's complicated. It's enough to get you thinking.
Okay. Are you still in the thinking mode out here, or are you kind of shedding some of that and just being able to play a little bit the more y'all do it?
Well, we've been able to play.
Okay. Talk about, creating turnovers last year was an issue. The offense was giving them up, and it was hard for y'all to create them. How does this defense fit? How does it work toward creating more turnovers?
Well, this defense, it gives us a chance to make plays as linebackers. And basically, we had a hard time because we wasn't together as a team. But this year, I feel that we've gelled more and more. We've played another year together, and we got great coaches that are here to bring us together. So I feel like we're coming along. We're coming along.
These, I could be very, very wrong about this observation. These practices seem to be a little more demanding than perhaps previous years were. Is that fair?
All practices are demanding. I mean, it's college football.
The expectations don't seem like they're a little higher than.
Our expectations are always high. We always expect to win.